A Game Archivist production.
Hi guys, it's Archivist here with another Grand Theft Auto Top 5. Now, I have no doubt that GTA 5 will be an excellent game. There is so much information out there that show it to be a full, fun and complete experience. However, there are still some unanswered questions in the last few weeks, and in this list I'm going to go through my top 5 things to think about. I decided to put alpha in the title because I may very well do a beta video as new information arises to answer some of these questions.
Number 5.
If you cast your minds back to Grand Theft Auto 4, you will remember some rather tricky to master driving physics. The cars had substantial weight to them, and so required a bit of time to get the hang of. While some enjoyed this challenge, there were many others that felt that the physics were too awkward, and actually ended up taking away from the experience as a whole. Now, while I partially agree with this, I really don't want Rockstar to go completely the other way and make cars super easy to drive. Some of the footage shows cars swerving through traffic at high speeds, which had me just a bit concerned. In this clip in particular, the vehicle seems to have a lot less weight than we are used to. Of course, there is a possibility the physics system was altered, just so this exciting moment could be put into the trailer. This is a point I would like to hear your opinions on. Did you enjoy the difficult to learn yet satisfying to master cars of Grand Theft Auto 4, or would you prefer to see a return to the more arcadey physics of the older titles? Personally, I favour the former, as it can give certain people with the skill set an identity.
Number 4.
Quite a fair amount of controversy has surrounded the absence of a PC release accompanying the consoles on the 17th. Although I would have liked to play the game on PC, this does suggest something positive to me. Rockstar, similar to Blizzard, are a company that really do take pride in their products. I do not believe that they would want to release their game onto current generation consoles if they thought that it would do them an injustice. If you go back and play Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360, you will notice some pretty stunning graphics at a fair frame rate. If GTA 5 had graphics on par with this quality, I for one will be satisfied. I definitely hope that we will see a next generation release of this game, as well as a PC version in the future, but for now I think the two boxes of yesteryear have one last trick up their sleeve. Let's say goodbye to the 360 versus PS3 generation in style, shall we?
Number 3.
Grand Theft Auto is a violent series, let's not try to sugarcoat it, and sadly for a lot of us, myself included, we do enjoy violence, at least on a simulated level. The combat in Rockstar games has always felt very satisfying, and I put this largely down to the ragdoll physics system. One of the biggest transitions between San Andreas and GTA 4 for me was the way people would react to the player's influence, shall we say. Remember back when NPCs would die the same way every time? It wasn't particularly satisfying to keep seeing the same death animation. What GTA 4 brought to the table was an element of dynamism, where characters would react realistically to being shot, run over, or just being punched in the face. I don't doubt we will see the return of the ragdoll in GTA 5, but will it be improved further? Maybe we'll just have to wait and see.
Number 2.
I was reminded recently by Boogie2988 in one of his videos of the completely over-the-top media reaction to each Grand Theft Auto release. It's really quite infamous for attracting negative attention from the press, where every juvenile crime can apparently be traced back to this franchise. Quite recently there was a tragic case where a young boy shot his grandmother in the back of the head, and it was later found that he had been playing Grand Theft Auto 4. Now for some reason, more blame was put on Grand Theft Auto than the fact that this young child had access to a handgun. I don't doubt that a media storm will surround the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, and to all of you fans I would simply encourage you to ignore it. There has been no proof that violent video games lead to violent behaviour. In fact, it can be quite cathartic, meaning that it can act as a healthy distraction which actually prevents crime.
It's number 1.
In the number 1 spot, I decided to put a question that cannot be answered until the release of GTA Online. What will the community be like, and will imbalances begin to surface? Thinking back to my days playing GTA 4 Online, I remember some fun times, but I also remember some frustrating ones. A buzzard could very quickly become unstoppable, as it would corpse camp the entire lobby in one section of the map. I really hope this kind of behaviour is absent from GTA 5 Online, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Although there is one idea being implemented that gives me a little bit of hope. Some of you may have heard of the new hierarchy system being given to online crews. I believe that this will give the game a sense of structure and order that should prevent bloodbath free-for-alls. Essentially, I expect that this crew system will inspire a newfound sense of camaraderie online. Those were my top 5 things to think about before the release of Grand Theft Auto 5. If you would like to voice your opinion on any of these topics, please let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.